The Complete Works of William Shakespeare by William Shakespeare. Act V. Scene I. The Plains of Philippi. Enter Octavius, Antony, and their army. Octavius. Now, Antony, our hopes are answered. You said the enemy would not come down, but keep the hills and upper regions. It proves not so. Their battles are at hand. They mean to warn us at Philippi here, answering before we do demand them. Antony. Tut, I am in their bosoms, and I know wherefore they do it. They could be content to visit other places, and come down with fearful bravery, thinking by this face to fasten in our thoughts that they have courage, but 'tis not so. Enter a messenger. Messenger. Prepare you, generals. The enemy comes on in gallant show, their bloody sign of battle is hung out, and something to be done immediately. Antony. Octavius, lead your battle softly on upon the left hand of the even field. Octavius. Upon the right hand I. Keep thou the left. Antony. Why do you cross me in this exigent? Octavius. I do not cross you, but I will do so. March. Drum. Enter Brutus, Cassius and their army, Lucilius, Titinius, Messala and others. Brutus. They stand, and would have parley. Cassius. Stand fast, Titinius. We must out and talk. Octavius. Mark Antony, shall we give sign of battle? Antony. No, Caesar, we will answer on their charge. Make forth, the generals would have some words. Octavius. Stir not until the signal. Brutus. Words before blows, is it so, countrymen? Octavius. Not that we love words better, as you do. Brutus. Good words are better than bad strokes, Octavius. Antony. In your bad strokes, Brutus, you give good words. Witness the hole you made in Caesar's heart, crying, Long live! Hail, Caesar! Cassius. Antony, the posture of your blows are yet unknown, but for your words, they rob the Hybla bees, and leave them honeyless. Antony. Not stingless too. Brutus. Oh yes, and soundless too, for you have stolen their buzzing, Antony, and very wisely threat before you sting. Antony. Villains, you did not so when your vile daggers hacked one another in the sides of Caesar. You showed your teeth like apes, and fawned like hounds, and bowed like bondmen, kissing Caesar's feet, while stamped Casca, like a cur, behind struck Caesar on the neck. Oh, you flatterers! Cassius. Flatterers! Now, Brutus, thank yourself. This tongue had not offended so today, if Cassius might have argued. Octavius. Come, the cause. If arguing makes us sweat, the proof of it will turn to redder drops. Look, I draw a sword against conspirators. When think you that the sword goes up again? Never, till Caesar's 33 wounds be well avenged, or till another Caesar have added slaughter to the sword of traitors. Brutus. Caesar, thou canst not die by traitors' hands, unless thou bringst them with thee. Octavius. So I hope. I was not born to die on Brutus' sword. Brutus. Oh, if thou wert the noblest of thy strain, young man, thou couldst not die more honorable. Cassius. A peevish schoolboy, worthless of such honor, joined with a masker and a reveller. Antony. Old Cassius still. Octavius. Come, Antony, away! Defiance, traitors, hurl we in your teeth. If you dare fight today, come to the field, if not, when you have stomachs. Exeunt Octavius, Antony, and their army. Cassius. Why now, blow wind, swell billow, and swim bark. The storm is up, and all is on the hazard. Brutus. Ho, Lucilius! Hark, a word with you. Lucilius. My lord? Brutus and Lucilius talk apart. Cassius. Messala. What says my general? Cassius. Messala, this is my birthday, as this very day was Cassius born. Give me thy hand, Messala, Be thou my witness that against my will as Pompey was, am I compelled to set upon one battle all our liberties. You know that I held Epicurus strong, and his opinion. Now I change my mind, and partly credit things that do presage. Coming from Sardis, on our former ensign 2 mighty eagles fell, and there they perch, gorging and feeding from our soldiers' hands, who to Philippi here consorted us. This morning are they fled away and gone, and in their steads do ravens, crows, and kites fly o'er our heads, and downward look on us, as we were sickly prey. Their shadows seem a canopy most fatal, under which our army lies, ready to give up the ghost. Messala. Believe not so. Cassius. I but believe it partly, for I am fresh of spirit, and resolved to meet all perils very constantly. Brutus. Even so, Lucilius. Cassius. Now, most noble Brutus, the gods today stand friendly, that we may, lovers in peace, lead on our days to age. But since the affairs of men rest still uncertain, let's reason with the worst that may befall. If we do lose this battle, then is this the very last time we shall speak together. What are you then determined to do? Brutus. Even by the rule of that philosophy by which I did blame Cato for the death which he did give himself, I know not how, but I do find it cowardly and vile, for fear of what might fall, so to prevent the time of life, arming myself with patience to stay the providence of some high powers had govern us below. Cassius. Then, if we lose this battle, you are contented to be led in triumph through the streets of Rome? Brutus. No, Cassius, no, think not, thou noble Roman, that ever Brutus will go bound to Rome. He bears too great a mind. But this same day must end that work the Ides of March begun, and whether we shall meet again I know not. Therefore our everlasting farewell take. Forever, and forever, farewell, Cassius. If we do meet again, why, we shall smile. If not, why then this parting was well made. Cassius. Forever and forever farewell, Brutus. If we do meet again, we'll smile indeed. If not, 'tis true this parting was well made. Brutus. Why then lead on? Oh, that a man might know the end of this day's business ere it come. But it sufficeth that the day will end, and then the end is known. Come, ho! Away! Exeunt. Scene 2. The same. The field of battle. Alarum. Enter Brutus and Messala. Brutus. Ride, ride, Messala, ride, and give these bills unto the legions on the other side. Loud alarum. Let them set on at once, for I perceive but cold demeanor in Octavius' wing, and sudden push gives them the overthrow. Ride, ride, Messala, let them all come down. Exeunt. Scene 3. Another part of the field. Alarum. Enter Cassius and Titinius. Cassius. Oh, look, Titinius, look, the villains fly. Myself half to mine own turned enemy. This ensign here of mine was turning back. I slew the coward, and did take it from him. Titinius. O Cassius, Brutus gave the word too early, who, having some advantage on Octavius, took it too eagerly. His soldiers fell to spoil, whilst we by Antony are all enclosed. Enter Pindarus. Pindarus. Fly further off, my lord, fly further off. Mark Antony is in your tents, my lord. Fly, therefore, noble Cassius, fly far off. Cassius. This hill is far enough. Look, look, Titinius. Are those my tents where I perceive the fire? Titinius. They are, my lord. Cassius. Titinius, if thou lovest me, mount thou my horse and hide thy spurs in him, till he have brought thee up to yonder troops and here again, that I may rest assured whether yon troops are friend or enemy. Titinius. I will be here again, even with the thought. Exit. Cassius. Go, Pindarus, get higher on that hill, my sight was ever thick. Regard Titinius, and tell me what thou notest about the field. Pindarus goes up. This day I breathed first. Time is come round, and where I did begin, there shall I end. My life is run his compass. Sirrah, what news? Pindarus. Above. O my lord! Cassius. What news? Pindarus. Above. Titinius is enclosed round about with horsemen, that make to him on the spur, yet he spurs on. Now they are almost on him. Now, Titinius! Now some light. Oh, he lights too. He's ta'en! Shout! And hark! They shout for joy. Cassius. Come down, behold no more. Oh, coward that I am, to live so long, to see my best friend ta'en before my face. Pindarus descends. Come hither, Sirrah. In Parthia did I take thee prisoner, and then I swore thee, saving of thy life, that whatsoever I did bid thee do, thou shouldst attempt it. Come now, keep thine oath. Now be a freeman, and with this good sword, that ran through Caesar's bowels, search this bosom. Stand not to answer. Here, take thou the hilts, and when my face is covered, as 'tis now, guide thou the sword. Caesar, thou art revenged, even with the sword that killed thee. Dies. Pindarus. So I am free, yet would not so have been, durst I have done my will. O Cassius! Far from this country Pindarus shall run, whenever Roman shall take note of him. Exit. Enter Titinius with Messala. Messala. It is but change, Titinius, for Octavius is overthrown by noble Brutus' power, as Cassius' legions are by Antony. Titinius. These tidings would well comfort Cassius. Messala. Where did you leave him? Titinius. All disconsolate, with Pindarus his bondman on this hill. Messala. Is not that he that lies upon the ground? Titinius. He lies not like the living. O my heart! Messala. Is not that he? Titinius. No, this was he, Messala, but Cassius is no more. O setting sun, as in thy red rays thou dost sink to night, so in his red blood Cassius' day is set. The sun of Rome is set. Our day is gone, clouds, dews, and dangers come, our deeds are done. Mistrust of my success hath done this deed. Messala. Mistrust of good success hath done this deed. O hateful error, melancholy's child! Why dost thou show to the apt thoughts of men the things that are not? O error, soon conceived, thou never comest unto a happy birth, but kill'st the mother that engendered thee. Titinius. What, Pindarus? Where art thou, Pindarus? Messala. Seek him, Titinius, whilst I go to meet the noble Brutus, thrusting this report into his ears. I may say thrusting it, for piercing steel and darts and venom shall be as welcome to the ears of Brutus as tidings of this sight. Titinius. Hie you, Messala, and I will seek for Pindarus the while. Exit Messala. Why didst thou send me forth, brave Cassius? Did I know to meet thy friends? And did not they put on my brows this wreath of victory, and bid me give it thee? Didst thou not hear their shouts? Alas, thou hast misconstrued everything. But hold thee, take this garland on thy brow, thy Brutus bid me give it thee, and I will do his bidding. Brutus, come apace, and see how I regarded Caius Cassius. By your leave, gods. This is a Roman's part. Come, Cassius' sword, and find Titinius' heart. Dies. Alarum. Enter Brutus, Messala, young Cato, Strato, Volumnius, and Lucilius. Brutus. Where, Messala, doth his body lie? Messala. Lo, yonder, and Titinius mourning it. Brutus. Titinius' face is upward. Cato. He is slain. Brutus. O Julius Caesar, thou art mighty yet. Thy spirit walks abroad, and turns our swords in our own proper entrails. Lo, alarums. Cato. Brave Titinius. Look whether he have not crowned dead Cassius. Brutus. Are yet 2 Romans living such as these? The last of all the Romans, fare thee well. It is impossible that ever Rome should breed thy fellow. Friends, I owe more tears to this dead man than you shall see me pay. I shall find time, Cassius, I shall find time. Come therefore, and to Thassos send his body. His funerals shall not be in our camp, lest it discomfort us. Lucilius, come, and come, young Cato, let us to the field. Labio and Flavius, set our battles on. 'Tis 3 o'clock, and Romans, yet ere night we shall try fortune in a second fight. Exeunt. Scene 4. Another part of the field. Alarum. Enter fighting soldiers of both armies, then Brutus, Messala, young Cato, Lucilius, Flavius, and others. Brutus. Yet, countrymen, oh, yet hold up your heads. Cato. What bastard doth not? Who will go with me? I will proclaim my name about the field. I am the son of Marcus Cato, ho! A foe to tyrants, and my country's friend. I am the son of Marcus Cato, ho! Charges the enemy. Lucilius. And I am Brutus, Marcus Brutus, I, Brutus, my country's friend. Know me for Brutus. Exit, charging the enemy. Cato is overpowered, and falls. Lucilius. O young and noble Cato, art thou down? Why, now thou deest as bravely as Titinius, and mayst be honored, being Cato's son. First Soldier. Yield or thou deest. Lucilius. Only I yield to die. There is so much that thou wilt kill me straight, offering money, kill Brutus, and be honored in his death. First Soldier. We must not. A noble prisoner. Second Soldier. Room, ho! Tell Antony Brutus is ta'en. First Soldier. I'll tell the news. Here comes the general. Enter Antony. Brutus is ta'en, Brutus is ta'en, my lord. Antony. Where is he? Lucilius. Safe, Antony, Brutus is safe enough. I dare assure thee that no enemy shall ever take alive the noble Brutus. The gods defend him from so great a shame. When you do find him, or alive or dead, he will be found like Brutus, like himself. Antony. This is not Brutus, friend, but I assure you, a prize no less in worth. Keep this man safe, give him all kindness. I had rather have such men my friends than enemies. Go on, and see whether Brutus be alive or dead, and bring us word unto Octavius 10 how everything is chanked. Exeunt. Scene V. Another part of the field. Enter Brutus, Dardanius, Clitus, Strato, and Volumnius. Brutus. Come, poor remains of friends, rest on this rock. Clitus. Statilius showed the torchlight, but my lord, he came not back, he is or ta'en or slain. Brutus. Sit thee down, Clitus. Slaying is the word, it is a deed in fashion. Hark thee, Clitus. Whispering. Clitus. What, I, my lord? No, not for all the world. Brutus. Peace then, no words. Clitus. I'll rather kill myself. Brutus. Hark thee, Dardanius. Whispers him. Dardanius. Shall I do such a deed? Clitus. O Dardanius! Dardanius. O Clitus! Clitus. What ill request did Brutus make to thee? Dardanius. To kill him, Clitus. Look, he meditates. Clitus. Now is that noble vessel full of grief, that it runs over even at his eyes. Brutus. Come hither, good Volumnius, list a word. Volumnius. What says my lord? Brutus. Why, this, Volumnius, the ghost of Caesar hath appeared to me 2 several times by night, at Sardis once, and this last night here in Philippi fields. I know my hour is come. Volumnius. Not so, my lord. Brutus. Nay, I am sure it is, Volumnius. Thou sayest the world, Volumnius, How it goes, our enemies have beat us to the pit. Lo alarums! It is more worthy to leap in ourselves than tarry till they push us. Good Volumnius, thou knowst that we two went to school together, even for that our love of old. I pray thee hold thou my sword hilts, whilst I run on it. Volumnius. That's not an office for a friend, my lord. Alarum still. Clitus. Fly, fly, my lord. There is no tarrying here. Brutus. Farewell to you, and you, Volumnius. Strato, thou hast been all this while asleep. Farewell to thee too, Strato. Countrymen, my heart doth joy, that yet in all my life I found no man but he was true to me. I shall have glory by this losing day more than Octavius and Mark Antony by this vile conquest shall attain unto. So fare you well at once, for Brutus' tongue hath almost ended his life's history. Night hangs upon mine eyes, my bones would rest, that have but labored to attain this hour. Alarums! Cry within. Fly, fly, fly! Clitus. Fly, my lord, fly! Brutus. Hence. I will follow. Exeunt Clitus, Dardanius, and Volumnius. I pray thee, Strato, stay thou by thy lord. Thou art a fellow of a good respect, thy life hath had some smatch of honor in it. Hold then my sword, and turn away thy face, while I do run upon it. Wilt thou, Strato? Strato. Give me your hand first. Fare you well, my lord. Brutus. Farewell, good Strato. Caesar, now be still, I killed not thee with half so good a will. He runs on his sword and dies. Alarum. Retreat. Enter Antony, Octavius, Messala, Lucilius, and the army. Octavius. What man is that? Messala. My master's man. Strato, where is thy master? Strato. Free from the bondage you are in, Messala. The conquerors can but make a fire of him, for Brutus only overcame himself, and no man else hath honor by his death. Lucilius. So Brutus should be found. I thank thee, Brutus, that thou hast proved Lucilius saying true. Octavius. All that serve Brutus, I will entertain them. Fellow, wilt thou bestow thy time with me? Strato. Aye, if Messala will prefer me to you. Octavius. Do so, good Messala. Messala. How died my master, Strato? Strato. I held the sword, and he did run on it. Messala. Octavius, then take him to follow thee, that did the latest service to my master. Antony. This was the noblest Roman of them all. All the conspirators save only he, did that they did in envy of great Caesar. He only, in a general honest thought and common good to all, made one of them. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all the world, This was a man! Octavius. According to his virtue let us use him with all respect and rites of burial. Within my tent his bones tonight shall lie, most like a soldier, ordered honorably. So call the field to rest, and let's away, to part the glories of this happy day. Exeunt. The Tragedy of King Lear. Contents Act I. Scene I. A room of state in King Lear's palace. Scene 2. A hall in the Earl of Gloucester's castle. Scene 3. A room in the Duke of Albany's palace. Scene 4. A hall in Albany's palace. Scene V. Court before the Duke of Albany's palace. Act 2. Scene I. A court within the castle of the Earl of Gloucester. Scene 2. Before Gloucester's castle. Scene 3. The open country. Scene 4. Before Gloucester's castle. Act 3. Scene I. A heath. Scene 2. Another part of the heath. Scene 3. A room in Gloucester's castle. Scene 4. A part of the heath with a hovel. Scene V. A room in Gloucester's castle. Scene 6. A chamber in a farmhouse adjoining the castle. Scene 7. A room in Gloucester's castle. ACT 4 Scene I. The Heath. Scene 2. Before the Duke of Albany's palace. Scene 3. The French camp near Dover. Scene 4. The French camp. A tent. Scene V. A room in Gloucester's castle. Scene 6. The country near Dover. Scene 7. A tent in the French camp. ACTV Scene I. The camp of the British forces near Dover. Scene 2. A field between the two camps. Scene 3. The British camp near Dover. Dramatis Personae Lear, King of Britain. Goneril, eldest daughter to Lear. Regan, second daughter to Lear. Cordelia, youngest daughter to Lear. Duke of Albany, married to Goneril. Duke of Cornwall, married to Regan. King of France. Duke of Burgundy. Earl of Gloucester. Edgar, elder son to Gloucester. Edmund, younger bastard son to Gloucester. Earl of Kent. Fool. Oswald, steward to Goneril. Curan, a courtier. Old man, tenant to Gloucester. Physician. An officer employed by Edmund. Gentleman, attendant on Cordelia. A herald. Servants to Cornwall. Knights attending on the king, officers, messengers, soldiers, and attendants. Scene Britain.